My name is Susy and I'm taking the Marine Habitat Conservation Restoration course, Cert 3. The way that I came about it is, for the past 25 years I've been working as an international flight attendant, and when COVID hit at the beginning of 2020, basically our industry just shut down practically, and so most of us were stood down. And with that sort of feeling, I was sitting at home one day thinking, what am I going to do? What's next? What now? And I just thought, it put me into a situation where it really made me think about what I want to do. So, I want to be by the ocean and I want to do something with marine conservation. So that same evening, I just Googled, I don't know what I Googled, something about marine conservation, and one of the first things that came up was Envirotech education. The next morning, I rang the Envirotech and I spoke with beautiful Daria, who was just amazing. We had an amazing conversation, and 3 weeks later, I started the course. And so that's how my journey began with marine conservation. And I realized that too, if we follow our hearts and do what we love, then everything else falls into place. There's many benefits in doing this course, and obviously one of them is meeting like-minded people and making new friends. Also getting to know professionals in the industry so that, with networking, so that in the future when we finish our course, we will have greater employment opportunities within the field. Also, one of the benefits is really participating hands-on, so it's a very hands-on course. So we learn things like monitoring the different marine habitats. Scuba diving is also part of the course, which is fantastic. We also learn about different opportunities that are available out of class, for example, coral restoration projects up in the Whitsundays and things like that that we can get involved in. They're not part of the course, but they're things that we find out about and that we can get involved in. Millions of people around the world use the oceans for sustainable living for themselves. It includes fishing and tourism and things like that, where if they're not done sustainably, then they create a lot of pressure on the marine habitats. So it's important to educate communities as well as students, so that then we, as students, once we finish our course, we can go out there and also spread the word and educate communities about fishing and tourism and the ways that they can be done sustainably. So our students come from many walks of life. Some are straight out of school, others have had different careers, and so we all come to Envirotech with many different skills, but we all come with a joint goal of learning about how to preserve the marine environment. And so we can then put together our own personal skills, whether they be music or art or education, together with our learnings from marine conservation, and come up with either our own plans or be able to incorporate those into some existing fields as well. So we have students, all of us are very passionate about the environment, about the ocean, and that's why we're doing this course. So, but I also know we have many different skills, so it's great to combine those skills together. Well, it's important to study marine conservation because everything that we do on land affects the marine habitats. And so we need to have a greater awareness of what we do on land in order to prevent any further destruction to our marine habitats. And it's also very important to then put pressure on our federal and state governments to make a difference, because although that each one of us can make a difference altogether, but we really do need the support of governments. Make changes to make big corporations responsible for their pollution levels so that we can really make a change. As we've seen with COVID-19, governments around the world, and particularly in Australia, have been able to mobilise medical and financial assistance to many communities, which has been a saving grace for all of us, and we've never really understood that governments can actually do so much when they really want to. So with that in mind, we've now realised that yes, we can put pressure on our governments, and hopefully that they can move as quickly for this climate change pandemic that we're experiencing not only in Australia but globally. And also we need to include our marine conservation skills into the Australia skills list so that we can get more funding for this course and other courses like it, and for the environment as a whole. So we need more people to study this course in order to create greater awareness and greater empowerment for people to be able to put more pressure on the government to provide funding for these vet courses for marine conservation and restoration.